Angelo, our ace artist, right, has been with us for a long time, has many years of art experience.
And numerous accolades that goes with that.
Studied in New York City.
Hey.
Right? Angelo, how many years you been doing this?
Going on 20 years, maybe even a little bit longer.
It's just a babe.
Yep. Started in college and it never stopped. Just grew and grew. I actually love what I do. I'm one of those few people when you say if you love what you do, you never really work. So I feel that way. I'm very passionate about my work. So like
it shows.
Yeah, it definitely shows.
Definitely shows.
I would agree with that.
What was like that one moment that you had that, you know, maybe it was your first job, your second job, and you were working on something super creative and you went, wow, I really like this. Was there like one moment that comes to mind?
Yeah, there's one when I was working for a company, Metro Graphics. It's in Fairfield, New Jersey. And I was just a little graphic designer there. I wasn't the head honcho guy. There was people above me. But one of the guys there who dealt with a lot of these high-end type accounts loved like my work. And he was always talking to me. And then one day he came to me and said, MTV is going to have an after party for their award show, and then there's an after party, and they asked him to create the invite, and then he came to me and asked me if I had any ideas, and I just came together with some thoughts that I had, and it was just really out of the box. I didn't think they were going to go with it, but I just wanted to give him something, and my whole idea was to send out a pill in a blood bag, and when you opened up the pill, it was like kind of like the ingredients that you get in a pill bottle, like when you buy like Tylenol, there's instructions, and that would be the invite. They would get a blood bag with the pill inside of it with the invite, and they ended up using it and going with it.
Wow.
And I got tickets to go to the after party too because I made the invite. And then right then and there, I was like, wow,
This is
you know
cool.
what I mean? Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of perks with it when you become when you become known in this industry. People want you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And, I would say that is definitely your biggest asset is that, you and I can have a conversation about something and just really just talk about it. And then I'll be like, okay, you know what I'm talking about, right? And he'll be like, yeah,
it's like,
I know.
I know both of you.
I know what I need to do. And then he'll go and do 3 renderings or whatever. And I'll be like, that's right on, like there's not too many people that I can do that with. Well, Austin and I actually talk with our eyes, so that's like a new thing too. But
it is. No, but I know because both of you really aren't people of minimal words. I mean, you're both Italian, you're both very outspoken, but when it comes to certain things, like you guys are on the same wavelength, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's easy when you work with people that actually know what they want to. It's hard because the hardest thing I think to do in this industry is to listen. And that's where I think I've grown over the years. Like right away, back in the day when I first started, like I had somebody come to me an idea, and I already had these things racing through my head what I wanted, and then I would do it, and then it sometimes wasn't on point. But I've learned over the years that when I stay quiet and people explain to me and they talk to me what they want, it gives me time to listen, and I don't just start thinking it I just don't jump the gun on anything. I listen, and it's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard for people nowadays to listen without having their own, I guess, thoughts coming up.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I think it's got to be tough for you too, though, because obviously you have a great relationship with us. We know that wavelength is there, but when you're speaking to somebody who doesn't really know how to communicate that, you're literally getting that information from their brain, and you're flourishing it. You're making it a reality. That's extremely tough.
I mean, that's hard.
Yeah,
but he's good at it.
Yeah, I agree.
Challenges are great too.
And you know what, too? I would say that just from the outside looking in, from what you do, I have to commend you on teaching yourself the video.
Agreed.
Getting the drone, doing some shots. I mean, a couple of years ago, we just went around town and started filming. Remember we went filmed the baker?
Yes.
And the pizza guy.
He showed me that.
And, we went over to the lighthouse and we were like, hey, let's just start filming and editing. And Angelo taught himself how to edit this stuff. And his stuff is amazing. So, I think anybody in this industry, if you're not teaching yourself something right now, you're going to be left behind. You're going to be out of a job, right? So you have to have that creative mind that just keeps moving on, whether it's a different medium or a different software or whatever it is that you're interested in. just keep. I mean, it's exciting right now. You have access to so much.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not like this one little job and you have to stay there. I mean, you can go on YouTube, teach yourself anything.
Yeah, there
Scary.
really no excuses now. Times
No.
have changed from when I was in, which wasn't that long ago, but from when I was in college to now. Like, not only teaching yourself, there's plenty of stuff online. So many courses and classes that you can take to learn. But even just the cost of everything, of drones, of photography, cameras, those growing up, that was untouchable for me. Like
Right,
having a brand new
right.
camera with
Yeah.
4K video, that's like insane. But
Right.
now everything is affordable, so you can do these things. And it all goes back to your passion too. If you don't really like what you're doing and you don't want to pursue it, you're not going to want to learn that. You know, you're going to
Yeah.
jump on something else.
I don't know how you can't. I mean, it's exciting. So if you were to give a piece of advice to your 21-year-old self, what would it be?
Buy crypto. Invest in some Bitcoin now. Nah, I wouldn't have done it back then anyway. It would just be too risky.
Mhm.
People always talk about that, like what would you do if, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's plenty of things, but it wouldn't have been the same back then. You know what I mean?
That's
like
true.
you wish, oh, if I only knew, I would have invested in Google or Amazon at the time.
eBay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But you didn't know that at the time,
Right.
so it's hard. If advice for myself, I would say,
Yeah, someone 21, they're getting started in this career, they went to school, they're looking for a job. Like, what would you say to them? Because they're going to look at you as like a mentor, right?
yeah, I would say just stay focused and do something scary, something that scares you every day, like in the industry or just in life in general. Like take that risk. Like you're never wrong. Everybody's afraid about doing something and being wrong. In me, like you're never gonna lose if you try, because if you lost, that means you're trying. It's just an error. Some people think right away, oh, I made a mistake, or I lost, or I failed. No, if you stop right there, then you failed. Yeah, but if you keep on going and then you go to the next step, that was just a trial. That's just an error on the way of you achieving your goals. So you just don't ever stop. You're gonna fail, but you didn't fail until you actually give up. So once you give up, then you fail. So just whatever you're doing, no matter how scary it is, you try it and you do it and you do it and you do it and do it. And
You keep
know,
moving. That's
I
what I
lo-
always
I
say.
love that.
Keep moving.
yeah,
I
you
don't
can't
stop.
That's
if you're still
awesome.
doing
Right.
something, you can't be called a failure. You know, you're not done yet.
That's true.
Once you get that complacency, when
once-
you're just
Once
done.
you put that, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Great
Take a look on
advice.
your tombstone and see what it says.
Ooh,
That's how
that's
you'll know.
deep.
that's also creepy.
That's deep. Yeah.
Deep but creepy.
Awesome. Angelo, thank you.
Hey,
Great
you're welcome.
advice.
Well, nice to have me.
Thanks, Angelo. See,
Stop by
see,
anytime.
nice to have me.
Nice to have me here.
It's
Giving
like
me a
when someone
job.
says, like, I love you, and you're like, I love me too. Same thing.
What? I don't get that. Never mind.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Because you didn't laugh, so I made it work. Bye.